Let's see why Persephone should unofficially be made the goddess of divorce and marital dissatisfaction. In real life, Persephone is the woman who ends up settling in the darker sense of the word. She pairs off with a man beneath her, at least in comparison to her prime self. In Greek mythology, Persephone is known as the queen of the underworld and the goddess of spring. She spends part of her life above ground in the bloom and vitality of spring, and part of it in the darkness, abducted and forced to be the wife of Hades. That duality mirrors her emotional world. On the surface, she may have a family and routine, but underneath lies regret and resentment. This is a woman who didn't beat the competition from other girls. She didn't get her dream man, far from it. Often she marries late in life when her value in the sexual marketplace has declined and options have dwindled. Rather than face solitude, she grabs the nearest man who offers stability. For a while, she might convince herself it's fine, that he's a good man, or at least a good match, but in most cases, that's just a temporary comfort. Julia Roberts may have ended up here. She married Danny Moder, a cinematographer she met on set when aged 33. While they've stayed married for years, they now live separately. Moder spends a lot of time surfing and seems to enjoy his own space. It's not clear what their arrangement really means. But to the outside observer, it looks like a woman who settled, someone who didn't marry her equal or even close. This outcome is very real for around a fifth of women, but the Persephone analogy lives even larger in the imagination. That's because she represents one of the strongest human fears. Women across all categories, whether they are actually queens of forces or queens of coins, will at times indulge the belief that they are Persephone, that they married beneath themselves, that they deserve more. And this dark fantasy can quietly ruin a relationship. It's a hypergamous reflex linked to narcissism. Women in all kinds of circumstances conjure the idea that they settled, even when it's completely untrue. The delusion gives rise to dissatisfaction, withdrawal, and often divorce, not because the match was wrong, but because the woman becomes convinced that something better was possible. This projection of dissatisfaction onto a relationship is one of the most common emotional drivers of separation today. The women who actually become Persephone in reality have often made simple mistakes. They commit many of the same errors that lead others to end up alone. But what really defines them is a refusal to remain unpartnered. They do what it takes to secure a man and build some sort of life with him. In dark times, he may seem like the devil to her, but he isn't. He's just the outcome of her own choices.